Alright, so since Chapter 7 Season 3 began, I've had a ton of people leave comments asking me what is the point of getting all these sprites. So as I'm sure you've noticed, people have been going absolutely crazy trying to collect all these sprites, and they keep adding new ones. So we originally had the base forms to collect, then they added the gold, then they added the gummies, and now the galaxy, plus more to come. Now, obviously, they all give benefits. So the Galaxy, if you weren't aware, gives 20% more ammo when you use it. And then the gummy ones give you more Sprite dust when you extract. The gold ones give you more XP. And the base ones obviously do what they always do. But again, there's some people that leave me comments daily. And I kid you not, they say, what is the point of this? Why should I collect all these sprites? There's no point. It's dumb. And to each their own, obviously. But there is a little bit of a point. Now, obviously, you can use them in-game to gain a little bit of a boost or benefit. So there's that, clearly. You can also use them to get your free rewards over here. So Part 2 comes out in just 5 days where you can get more free rewards. So that's a plus. But more importantly, if we go to our locker and then to back blings, if you own the Battle Pass, you would have received this right here. So this is the Sprite pod, and if we go to the Battle Pass, it is on, well, pretty much Tier 1, if you want to call it that, right here. If you buy the Battle Pass, you get the Guardian, and then it comes with the Sprite pod back bling. But before I talk about that, let me just show you, obviously, the Guardian as well. So if you have the Battle Pass, you have the Guardian, and you can equip certain sprites as the pilot. So right now, unfortunately, it's just the base sprites that you can use in the skin. I don't know if that's ever going to change, or maybe they'll add all the other variants as well. That would be cool. I hope they do. But for now, you can only collect the base variants of all the sprites and then put them in the driver's seat. But for the back bling, obviously it's not working right now, so there's no styles for this. You just have a blank pod, which is kind of dumb. But in the next update, which is just a few days away, you will be able to put your sprites in there. And that is the ultimate goal for the end of the season. So one of the developers, his name is Chris, or Tofu Chris, he gave us a sneak peek for this. He said, well, first of all, he said, first Galaxy 0-point sprite found. And then he said, thanks for your patience, Sprite Mastery Pod fixed in 41.10, so again, the next update. He says, these are permanent styles that persist forever. Sprites have subtle animations in the pod, peak cute. So he gives us a sneak peek at what they look like inside the pod. So first of all, the main thing to note is that every single variant is available to put in these pods. Unlike the mech suit, where, as I showed you, it's just the base sprite. You can put the gold in here, the gummies, the galaxy, all of them. So obviously he was also teasing about this Galaxy 0-point sprite. I don't think anyone has found this yet, but that's what he's got. If I zoom in, that is the Galaxy 0-point sprite in his pod right there. So you can see just how small they shrink down to in this pod. And again, he said they're going to be animated, which is going to be awesome. So you can wear these as a back bling forever. However, in order to get the back bling, you do need the Battle Pass. So that kind of stinks for everyone that doesn't have it, obviously. But clearly that's a nice perk to buying the Battle Pass. So he also posted another image. Let me see if I can find it right here. And this is a gold variant inside his pod. So really cool, and a way to keep these living forever, essentially. So those are the main reasons to obviously collect all these sprites. Now, will everyone collect all of them by the end of the season? Probably not. You can see my collection here. I have had most of these given to me. I'll be honest, I've only personally found a few golds, a few gummies, and 0 galaxies myself. 0. If I didn't have such a great community, I wouldn't have half of these. And I've never, ever found a 0-point sprite in the wild. And I've probably played over, I don't know, 50, 75 hours in Fortnite this season. 0 points found. So obviously your average Joe is not going to have all of these by the end of the season. But I guess I take that back because we don't know. They could obviously, maybe at the very, very end of the season, turn up the sprite spawn rates dramatically. I mean, you could probably find all these in the last week if they crank everything up, which they might do. I'm sure some people wouldn't like that because they want some of these to be rare, but hey, I could totally see that happening. The very last week or so of the season, they just give these sprites to everyone, more or less. If you play, obviously. So is that worth the trouble of collecting all these? Well, I mean, I don't know. Again, you have to have the battle pass, and then you can display them permanently in your backbling. I think that's worth it. Not to mention, again, the free rewards that you can get just by mastering them. But I feel like some people just want to nitpick and say, like, well, what's the point of these? Why should I do this? This is dumb. I don't want to collect sprites. Well, you don't have to collect the sprites. It's not essential to the season. It's just a fun gimmick for the season. You don't have to draw the negativity out of everything. My goodness. So I like it. It's brought a lot of people back to Fortnite. Collecting these has been a treat, although sometimes very frustrating because people will try to snipe you for these, especially when you jump off the bus. That's frustrating. But that is the ultimate goal, to collect them all and then put them in your pod backbling, which again will work in the next update. So some of these awesomely designed sprites will be a nice keepsake that you can run and show people in the future seasons to come, which I thought was pretty cool. Like I said though, I hope they update this Guardian skin because I personally think he should have every variant available to him as well. Whatever you collect, you should be able to run in this little suit. I'm not sure why they just put the base variants, especially because the pod is going to get all the variants. So I'm going to look at this after the update and we'll see if they change it. But for now, I saw a lot of people ask Chris if they would change this, and he didn't reply to anyone, so I don't know. So I'm looking forward to the Sprite pod being fully updated and the little teeny tiny sprites being put on full display. Pretty cool. By the way, I am going live later today. I'm going to be giving away some of these to my community. I'll draw randomly, and I'll see how many I can give away without using all my Sprite dust. We'll see. So keep an eye out. I'm probably going to stream the live item shop tonight on YouTube, and then I'll stream the giveaways on Twitch tonight. So I'll link my Twitch in the description and a pinned comment as well if you want to check that out. Sometimes I'll stream on Twitch, sometimes on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. But there you go. That's why you should collect the sprites, because you can display them for all time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like is always appreciated, and don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator Code, which is tabortime.